This is WWE and ECW alumni, the Blue Meanie, and you're listening to PCW.
The question is, are you ready? Let me talk to you. I will give you a show like you have never, ever seen before. Why? Because I can. What do you guys want to talk about? And the color red in a world full of black and white. I am the eater of worlds. Yeah, if you're some acknowledge me. The champ is here. But to be the man, you gotta beat the man, and I'm saying, woo, right here. Hey, yo. The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to another episode of PCW Podcast Championship Wrestling. I am your host, Wayne, also known as Semi-Dry Chicken, and no, this is not a review for a pay-per-view, a PLE. No, this isn't. We're not going to ramble about the ESPN deal. No, I'm not going to ramble about a wrestler and some scandal or ramble about Vince McMahon. No. This is one of those episodes where it's like, I got a little bit of time. I got like an hour to kill. I have a list of people who want to be interviewed for a while, people I've wanted to interview for a while, and I've been thinking to myself, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time I start interviewing more, Start filling that gap. We are so close to 100 episodes. As we're coming in closer and closer, I want people who've been on the show in the past, 100 episodes. If you've been on the show and you want to come back on again, I'm going to bring everybody back on for episode 100. Everybody's going to have their theme music. It's going to sound like, it could very well sound like a Royal Rumble event. But, we're just going to shoot the shit, reminisce, catch up with some people who haven't been on in the show in a long time. I like to get some people who've been on earlier years, some people I've recently interviewed, so... But with that said, just slipping it in there, right underneath 100, I think this will be like episode 95, 96, but sliding in there, a coworker of mine, goes by the name Tyler Foster. I'm going to bring him out. Here we go.
I have voices in my head, they count for me, they understand, they talk to me.
Hello, how's everybody doing?
Hey buddy, how you doing there? Thanks for coming to the show.
I'm doing all right, no problem at all. I'm glad you have me. Glad for you to have me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, finally somebody on the show took the Orton theme music. It's such a good theme music, I was surprised it wasn't taken earlier, by somebody.
That's one of those musics that as soon as it hits, like, you just know, like, the chills run up your arm, something's about to go down, somebody's getting RKO'd, or he's just going to speak his mind and just let you know how he feels.
Yeah, and I recall him saying, like, in the past few years, he was kind of bummed with his theme music, nobody would sing to his theme music or anything, and I think maybe if somewhere out of the country, maybe it was Puerto Rico or something, they started singing to his theme music and started catching on, and now... Every time Orton comes out, we all sing to it now. Like we should have been doing this a long time ago.
Oh, no, without a doubt. There was an article I read, and I can't quote the source. But when he came back at Survivor Series War Games with Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, and the other guys, there was talks about switching his music up a little bit. And, they did like a couple iterations of it. They did test runs of it. And in the end, just nobody liked it. It didn't feel Randy.
Right.
So they just stuck with the classic voices, and it's been that way ever since.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it works for now. I'm happy. It works. Like, why? If it's not broken, why fix it, right?
Right.
All right.
It definitely gives you more chills than what his original, back when he was, pre-evolution and post-evolution,
Right.
the music he had, and then, he got the heavyweight championship, and it was voices now.
Right.
So
now, Tyler, the reason how I know you are in relation is we work together. So, when you find out somebody at your job is listening or watching a wrestling clip, and you're a where's the button?
You fucking mark!
When you're a fucking mark, right? You're just like, hey, you watching wrestling over there? What makes you think that? Oh, I don't know. I just, I hear some theme music and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's wrestling. You hear some commentary from a match. You're like, oh, that's good old JR. That's somebody's watching wrestling. But you and me, like, we don't have a lot of time on the floor to talk about it, but we've always wanted to stop and chit-chat about wrestling. Maybe we get a few minutes here and there to chit-chat about it. I introduced you to my podcast. I was like, dude, like, I like wrestling that much. Like, I decided to start a podcast just to sit down and talk about it. And I was like, damn, I gotta get this guy eventually on my show so we can just fucking sit down and just air it out, man. Air it out. Let's talk some wrestling. But yeah, I'm glad I finally got you, got the time to sit here and talk to you. So I appreciate it. Appreciate your time.
Hey, no, I appreciate your time, man. Like I said, thank you for having me. I feel honored, and to hear the episodes that you guys do, and the topics that you discuss, the reviews, and how in depth everything is amazing. Like the level of attention and paid to the detail is always amazing to hear. And the guys, and the passion that each of you have when you speak is just. I thought I was passionate about wrestling, and then I started listening to this, and I was like, okay, maybe I need to get a little bit more serious about it.
Dude, Doyle and Dre, absolutely fantastic, amazing guys. Without them, they're seriously, I don't know if there would be a PCW without those two guys. Like, they are my left hand and the right hand of this fucking show, But yeah. Sometimes when we do interviews, I like doing interviews one-on-one. If they want to jump on, they're always more than welcome to jump in these interviews. But I'm just like, I'm pretty good doing one-on-one interviews, right? It's not like for a job. It's just we're just shooting the shit. I wanna know more about you and wrestling. Like, so when did you start watching wrestling? What got you into wrestling?
Oh man, being a young kid, my stepdad watched it almost all the time. Back when SmackDown was on UPN,
Okay.
before it became CW.
Yep.
So that was back still in the era of Stone Cold, Vince McMahon. Actually, I believe at that time, Stone Cold and Undertaker were having a storyline, and just like feeling the excitement from the crowd and watching it. And my stepdad wasn't really reactive to it, but just me, just watching these behemoths of men just go at each other, and the stuff that they could do. And obviously I'm too young to understand the intricacies of the storyline, but the action was what drew me into it. And like the different characters that you see, from like the guy wearing a pair of ripped off at the knee jeans and a black t-shirt with 316, to the guy dressed in all black and raising his hands in the air to turn on the lights. Like, it was just enamoring.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you have the years of growing up and watching it, and, you fall off here and there, but if you can pay attention to it and stick with it, you can continue to follow the evolution from then to now. So it's always something that's been like a passion that I wish I could dedicate more time to, like I said, to you and the other guys on the show. But there's always a love for it.
Yeah. It's crazy how much more we have to cover now as wrestling fans. Even within the last few years. I mean, I think this podcast has only been going for like 3 years, and a lot has changed. between just like you said, you used to watch it on UPN. I remember that, and Raw was on like Spike or something. And that's it.
Yep.
That's all we had. We had 2 shows. That's all we had to watch. Easy peasy. If I missed one, I could easily read about it, on the internet, and find out the results. But like now, it's literally every day of the week. There's always something to watch. It's next to impossible to not have wrestling to watch every day. And thank God, like the PCW group, the community has gotten so big that like somebody's covering wrestling somewhere, and that's what the Discord is for. Like somebody from our show is watching certain wrestling somewhere. It doesn't go unwatched, Somebody may have watched NXT this week, and somebody may have watched AEW, or even gone to an AEW show. I think one of our guys have recently gone to an AEW show. I think I didn't get to read in the chat, but
I think Doyle was just at SmackDown. Was it Doyle or Talks?
One of them. That'd be Carlos. Yeah, one of them. I got to see where SmackDown is, but that's cool too. We also have a listener, Wayne, another guy named Wayne. He also goes to a lot of shows. I see that he posts. And I know Doyle whenever he can catch it. Dwayne, another listener of our show, he's going to be going to a Raw soon, I believe. That's going to be in Philly. But yeah, have you ever been to any live wrestling events?
10 years old. 10 years old. It was at the, I think it was the Wells Fargo Center, what is now the Santander Arena in Reading. And it was my 10th birthday gift from my aunt and my uncle. And the only match that I really remember for the night is, it was a tag team match. I think it was the main event of the night. And I can't remember who the team was facing, but the team that I was just like, for some reason, dumbstruck about was Kane and Stone Cold. They came out and the place just went nuts. And it was like one of the coolest things that the only wrestling show that I've ever been to, unfortunately. But just that match for the night is stuck in my mind. Just seeing those guys, like I said, go at it. And if I remember correctly, Stone Cold and Kane won. I could be wrong. Memory's a little bit fuzzy, so many years later, 23 years later, but, yeah, absolutely amazing night. I walked away from that event with a Triple H t-shirt, it was, one of his first ones he did after he went solo from, the quadricep injury. The Maltese cross with the 3 H's in it. And I had that for years and years, and I honestly can't even remember what happened to it anymore.
Huh.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I have a few Triple H shirts myself in the closet. So that's it? You just went to like one show here at the arena, the local arena?
Yep, unfortunately. I know they come to Hershey a lot. I know they go to Santander sometimes. I know they go out to the PPG Paints Arena in Pittsburgh. But there was a good portion of my life where I was incapacitated from travel, incapable. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Incapable of travel. So
right. But like it's nice, like where you live, because we live rather close. We're almost like an hour away from any good arena, like the one in Hershey, the one in Allentown, the one in Philly, and then the one in the city here. Like, so it's nice. We're always going to be able to catch wrestling on the East Coast for sure. Like, if you really want to go the distance, you go to New Jersey, Pittsburgh. So, I think there's some other places in PA that they go to. So, we're good here on the East Coast. But is it like is there like a pay-per-view of some kind that's on your bucket list? Do you still want to like pursue at some point going to another event if you can?
I mean, even if it's just like a regular old Monday Night Raw or a Friday Night SmackDown, I obviously just, hey, let's go. Let's, pack up what we can. And, if we're sitting in for traffic for 5 hours, as long as we get to that show and we're watching the matches, I'm fine with it. As far as PLEs go, Royal Rumble, that would probably be like a Royal Rumble or a WrestleMania because that's where you get the really big, like, oh my God moments.
Yeah.
The surprise returns. Uh, you get to see. I mean, Royal Rumble, you're seeing storylines play out kind of like in the middle. WrestleMania, you're catching it at the end. So somewhere in there
Hmm.
is where the really interesting things happen, I believe.
Okay. Nice. Okay, I guess I gotta ask it. I kind of got a hint, an idea. But give me your three. I know it's hard. It's really hard. Three favorite wrestlers.
Ooh. Um, if you were to ask me years ago, and I'm talking like late 2000s, I would have said Undertaker, Triple H, uh, and maybe Mr. Kennedy. Randy Orton was close, but I still wasn't digging him at the time. Mr. Kennedy just had that brash, you know, DGAF attitude. Tell you, like I said, tell it to you how it is.
Right.
Today, uh, Triple H still top of the list. Randy Orton definitely up there, and R.I.P. Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. That was a character that just was one of those mind fucks in a way. He had the Firefly Funhouse, and then if you got on his bad side and he let him out, you were playing with the Fiend, and that was something you didn't want. And even before that, you had the Wyatt family, and Luke, and ugh, the other guy's name is escaping me at the moment. I
Eric
feel
Rowan,
terrible.
Braun Strowman.
Eric Rowan. Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
And yeah, and Braun Strowman, the Black Sheep. Yep.
Yep.
But the stories that he was able to tell, from his own mind were just like unbelievable. And the stuff that he can make you feel, and the eeriness. I'd almost say Undertaker level eeriness that he could bring to it, without having too many of the effects that Undertaker had. Were just mind-boggling.
All right. Here's the next one. Your Mount Rushmore of greatest wrestlers who for the company, for the business.
For the business overall or WWE?
I'm gonna say W. I guess yeah, for WWE. Well,
Okay.
WWE's Mount Rushmore.
Stone Cold, definitely. Um, because without him, you don't have that revival, that resurgence at King of the Ring,
Absolutely.
and everything that followed. So Stone Cold definitely.
Absolutely.
Um, Triple H,
Mm-hmm.
just his, they don't call him the cerebral assassin for no reason.
No, you could
Um,
even put him up there
the
just for
games that he,
what he does for the company now. Even he deserves to be up
yeah,
there.
yep. Uh, huh. I'd say Mick Foley. Mick Foley, that man did stuff to his own body for the sake of wrestling and selling for other wrestlers that you don't see other guys doing for other men or women in the business for that matter. It's not just about or women. Um, so definitely Mick Foley. Let's see, Stone Cold, Triple H, Mick Foley. Hmm. I know this one's probably gonna be controversial,
Yeah.
but it all starts with Vince.
Okay.
You know, uh, because without him and being willing to sign on guys that other companies were getting ready to write off,
Right.
um, you know, we wouldn't have some of the storytelling that took place and some of the guys that we have in the business today. I know that one's going to be controversial given everything that's going on, but I won't get into that. Um, Roman Reigns. Roman
Yeah.
Reigns.
Okay.
Yeah, tribal
You can
chief.
argue Roman Reigns. Yeah.
the OTC. He's done something that nobody else has done in the past 20 years. You know, the number of opponents that he's beaten as long as he's held the championships, the faction that he was able to put together and keep running for was close to 4 years, if not 4 years, a little over. You know, and obviously that doesn't happen without, you know, the Usos, without Paul Heyman, but it started with him. So definitely Roman Reigns as well.
Okay, I like those picks, man. Because you know what? I mean, I believe that everybody is gonna have their different Mount Rushmore. You know, it's a lot of people. It's controversial to pick such a wrestler. Like if you put Hogan up there, people are gonna be controversial about it. I'm sure if I put Hogan on my Mount Rushmore, I'm sure Doyle would love to argue that. You know, if I put Charlotte Flair up there on my Mount Rushmore, I'm sure Dre would love to argue that. You know, so yeah, for each their own, bro.
I mean,
it's also it's how you see it in your eyes too, as the consumer, as the customer, as the, you know, maybe you're looking at it from like entertainment value or merch sales or, you know, moving of story or the feuds that they had or how they performed in the ring or it all varies, man. Like, it all varies per wrestler. Because like even you can even argue John Cena could be up on that. You know.
Yeah, that was one I for some reason did not think about, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like there's so many. It's hard to put 4 up there, and not just that. Yeah, you're like, oh, fuck, well, what about women? Like, there's great, you know, women wrestlers to be on that Mount Rushmore. And it's like, do you just do a Mount Rushmore of female wrestlers? I guess it's probably just a lot easier to do, right?
Ooh, that one would be interesting.
Yeah.
That,
so, man, I actually, you know what? I want to get the podcast, you know, get the guys together. I want to do a bracket, man. These guys are always ducking me. I'm trying to do a bracket of like fantasy matches, maybe, or like greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. I don't know, man. Some sort of bracket to fill in.
Yeah.
We're reviewing there's a lot of pay-per-views. I understand. We got WrestlePalooza coming up, but maybe before WrestlePalooza, if you listen to this episode, which you probably are, Doyle and Drake, because you're not on it, maybe we should do a bracket coming up. I mean,
that sounds like a great idea. Very interesting.
Coming close to 100 episodes. So, jeez. And, you know, it's funny because I do listen to a lot of other wrestling podcasts and stuff, and there are some are in like couple hundreds or maybe in the thousands, which is awesome. You know, that's awesome. That's fantastic. Ours are just long ass episodes. Just there's many of them. They're just long. Yeah.
But that speaks to the level of, like I said, paying attention to the details and the love that guys have, that many things that they want to say, that much material to contribute to the podcast. That other podcasts, not to say that they don't have it, but for you guys to go as long as you do, you know, it's just that much more material to pack in, and it extends it out.
So much more. Yeah. There's gonna be like 6 fucking matches, and we're gonna review it for 3 hours, and the pay-per-view could be like 2 hours. Like, yeah, I mean, sometimes the math isn't mathing, but the fact is we still get downloads. So I guess people are like, hey, I got fucking time to kill. Let's fucking listen to PCW, I guess, for 3 hours. I know Dwayne Coleman, a listener of the show, told me he listened to an entire episode in the DMV once. So,
yeah. Oh DMV, my goodness.
If you can't get any lower than that, it's listening to an episode of PCW in the DMV. So,
listen, I'd be hooked. I just might forget my number.
That's where we're at, you know.
27? 27? Oh crap, yeah. I'm 27. I gotta go.
All right, so now that I know, like, kind of roughly what kind of wrestlers you like, you know, what era you're kind of roughly from. You know, it sounds like you're more of the Attitude, switching into the Ruthless Aggression era. You're pretty much around the same time frame I am with wrestling. growing up. But what kind of, do you have any, you mentioned a Triple H shirt. Do you have any other merch, any other shirts, merch at all of wrestling?
I do have at my grandparents' house stored away right now some John Cena gear back when the his little mascot was the Bulldog. He had the more military stylish gear, the squared off cap with the flat bill, and it had like it almost looked like a sergeant's badge, but it had the hustle, loyalty, respect in it with the camouflage all around. I did have a spinner belt for the longest time. I think one of my nephews got a hold of it and met its unfortunate demise.
Oh, man. Now it's a hardcore title.
And then I did have a CM Punk shirt with the crossed arms. It was just the wrapping on the hands, but it was crossed with the black X's and everything. And those were like, that was about the only stuff that I had at the time. And hopefully as you know, the years go on and I can get to live events, or if I can get the extra spending money, maybe invest a little bit more. Because I know they've invested more in the merchandise they sell, so it'll last longer, which would make it worth buying now.
Yeah, I haven't bought any wrestling merch in a while, and I'm kind of happy right now because I think the only thing I do want maybe is like some CM Punk shirts, but dude, it's awesome. Like, you have some old school John Cena stuff. You know, he had, if anybody who has tons of merch, it's John Cena, dude. Just the Fruity Pebble color of assortment of t-shirts. Just
every week it's a new design and a new color, and you know, I know there was a while in his early run where you had the same design for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and then he'd switch it up.
Yep.
And then that would run for 2 or 3 weeks, and then he'd switch it up. Now it's just every week something new.
I mean, the guy's making money, like hand over fist with fucking merch sales. That's for damn sure. I'll tell you what. There's probably somewhere out there, fucking Mark, who collected one of every one of John Cena's retirement tour shirts. I mean, that would be pretty cool collection. But
without a doubt, you know, you watch the one program, Most Wanted Treasures. Definitely one of those guys. Definitely one of those guys.
Oh man, yeah. It's funny how like we just don't get rid of wrestling stuff and it just piles up somewhere. And t-shirt, I have t-shirts that don't fit in anymore. Like, I had them since I was a teenager. I was like, why? I'm not getting rid of it though. I'm not getting rid of this DX shirt that I barely fit in anymore. You know?
Hell no, no. It speaks to the impact that it had on you, that you had that much love for it. You invested in it in the first place, and continue to cherish it for the memories that, you know, you were able to take from what you watched on TV or in person. So that's the stuff that you can't get back once you give it away or sell it or whatever.
Yeah. Plus, you know, all my wrestling shirts, I have like memories. You know, PLEs I've worn them at, where I bought them from. You know, gotten them as gifts from friends. Even listeners of the show, I've gotten wrestling shirts from. Like, yeah. I think one of my favorite ones is my Roman Reigns Acknowledge Me one, and I have a Becky Lynch The Man t-shirt. Yeah. It's always nice to when you're out and about and you catch somebody with a wrestling shirt. And I saw I was at Ocean City, Maryland last weekend, and there was a guy on the boardwalk with a Jey Uso shirt. It said Yeet. And I looked at him, I go, Yeet! 4 letters, 1 word. And he said Yeet! Like, it was awesome. It's so cool. Like, when you know, you know.
Oh, of course. Now, are you the type of collector that as soon as you get something, no matter what it is, it gets stored away. Like if it's a shirt, it's in plastic wrapped up and tucked in a drawer, or you just leave it out and enjoy it.
Yeah, I just think it's funny. Like, just somebody out there in the world. It's like, it's just that overwhelming feeling of like, oh, you like wrestling too? And you know, that's the thing about wrestling, man. When it's like any other sport, you know, it's not like, oh, you like football too? It's like, oh, you like that team? Like, fuck you. You know, like, oh, you like that team? Like, we're different teams. Like, fuck you. No, like I like a different, oh, you like nobody has ever walked up to me and was going, oh, you like wrestling? Yeah. And it's like, I like Dom Mysterio. Oh, fuck you, man. Like, no, dude, no. It's like, you like wrestling? Yeah. It's like awesome across the board. It doesn't matter who you like, who you hate. It doesn't matter. The fact is you like it. But like when it comes to any other sport, if I like a different team, like they're gonna flip my fucking car in the parking lot. Like if they're gonna riot, you know? Like,
If you're a Dallas fan and you go to Philly.
yeah, dude. Like, I swear to God. But you know what's another thing, Tyler, is I've never left WrestleMania. You know, I okay. You know what? Perfect solution right here. WrestleMania 40. I went and wore night 2 a Roman Reigns shirt. I know damn well Roman Reigns was not winning that night. I know damn well Cody Rhodes was walking out with the champion. I wore it anyway. But guess what? When I got to the parking lot, people weren't flipping my fucking truck. Like, oh, look at this Roman Reigns fan. Let's get him. Like, fucking
OTC, what?
Whoa, god damn. We're, like I said, wrestling fans are a different type of breed, you know?
And that's just it. Like, I think the community is tighter. Because I don't know if you had experienced this. Like when I was in school, if you talked about wrestling, like you were a nerd or a dork, or you kind of got made fun of for it. And now it's just more socially acceptable to be a fan of this sport and enjoy it. Like you said, no matter who it is, who you like, who you don't like. But it's a tighter knit community.
Yeah, dude, it is true. It is a tight-knit community, and I made a lot of friends over the years just through wrestling, and it's even funnier, like, when I go to an event and I see somebody there I know, or I see on my Facebook somebody post, like, oh, we were at the local, like, SmackDown at the Wells Fargo. I'm like, you son of a bitch. This whole time, you guys were closet wrestling fans? What I like to call them. Like, closet wrestling fans, you know? And, I know people at my work.
How did you not tell me?
What's that?
How did you not tell me?
Yeah, exactly. How did you not tell me? Like, I see that John Cena shirt underneath that other T-shirt you got. Like, don't act like you're not a fan. Like, oh man. Okay, cool. Now I want to know. Did you play any wrestling games growing up?
Yes, I did. I had the SmackDown, Raw versus SmackDown for PlayStation 2. I believe it was 2009. And then I had the version for the PSP, and I can't remember exactly what it was called. But every morning on the bus ride to school and on the bus ride back from school, that was my zone. I was making matches up and progressing storylines and creating characters, and I just get lost in it. It was a great way to take the stress off of the day of being a kid and having to learn crap you didn't really want to learn, or putting up with people you didn't want to. You just pretend they're the opponent that you're wrestling in a match and kick their butt.
So yeah, I pumping tons of hours in those Raw versus SmackDown games. As a kid, all I wanted was just be able to play with more of my friends. I just wanted like more wrestlers in the ring. There was a time when the wrestling games only allowed 2 wrestlers at a time, and then then we could play 4. Awesome, and then the big thing was 6. That was a big deal for us, and it was like that for a long time. Just 6 wrestlers in the ring. 4 players on one, screen. And then now I believe you can do 8 wrestlers in the ring, and I think you can do like 8 if you're playing on PC and you can play online. You can do 8 wrestlers, 8 of your friends. And the matches and gimmicks are insane. The way they look, the music, everything. I even thought about getting like this year's version of it, the 2K25.
Oh, with the island of relevancy and everything.
Yeah, you know what, dude? Like, $70 for just the basic model. Like, I'll probably that's the one I'm probably gonna get. But like, I don't see myself spending the 120 or whatever it is. God, man, it's ridiculous how much they charge for a fucking game.
I mean, for the way they utilize the funding though, and improve the engines and the graphics, the playability, and then just what you can do in a match though it's almost worth the investment. But I do agree, it's just 120. Yeah, that's a little on the heavy side.
Yeah. Yeah. I recall games being like $15, $30. $30 was, I was like, okay, that's a reasonable price. And now it's more than a DVD, not DVD, like a digital movie, like Prime 4K Ultra HD, whatever. Like you're gonna get them $30 maybe at the most, 35
Right.
at the most for the top tier Marvel movie, whatever. But like, hey, did $70 for a fucking game? And then what are you going to do next year? You're going to release the same shit, right? But it's not going to have this one thing, or it's not going to have this one thing. I mean, I just never understood why we can't just, have a good wrestling engine, game, and then just every year just update the fucking roster. DLCs.
And then, like whatever PLEs that you're doing, because you went from Clash at the Castle to Clash in Paris now. Yeah. So you're just updating the PLEs and, like you said, the roster. That's all you gotta do.
Just update the roster. Send out DLC packs. Like, oh shit, now like John Cena had 7 more shirts since the last DLC. Like, maybe if I want that, I can download that. Maybe there's new wrestling theme music I want to download, and they can microtransaction all that shit if they want. Just stop forcing me to fucking spend, $70 a fucking year. And then, it ends up, there's always something about the games, there's never, it's really hard to pinpoint like, oh, this was the perfect wrestling game. There's always something about them, man, that just fucks. I will say, like, the Royal Rumble now being 8 to 10 wrestlers at once. I mean, that's fucking insane. I always thought the Elimination Chamber was always so cool in the wrestling games. What else? What else are really fun? The old SmackDown.
I think the Hell in the Cells were pretty. The Hell in the Cells were pretty good too.
Yeah, I just never liked the when they got those red Hell in the Cells.
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh god, the Fiend.
Yeah.
That's when the Fiend and Seth Rollins fought for the first time. I think they had the red Hell in the Cell. And it stayed for a bit, and I was like, oh my god, this is a fucking terrible idea.
I'd hate to think about the amount of paint or powder coat it took to just get that thing ready. Ugh. But that's the industrialist in me thinking.
Yeah, that's funny. Have you ever met a wrestler in person? Like, at all? Like, signings or autograph signings or, like, a picture or, like, at Hooters or something?
I got to meet Stone Cold, and this was after the 10th birthday gift wrestling event. Stone Cold, I think Shane McMahon was there. I think Trish Stratus was there. And I can't remember meeting anybody else. As far as outside of a wrestling event, what was his name? Ken something Blackman. Ken Blackman, I think it was. met him at the mall. We were walking, down the mall. We were getting ready to leave, and my stepdad recognized him right away. He was leaving Toys R Us. I think he went shopping for one of his kids.
Steve Blackman?
And yes, Steve Blackman.
Okay.
Was leaving the store, and I think he stopped to check his phone or something like that. And my stepdad walked over to him and he's like, "Hey, they just had their own little conversation." And my stepdad waved us over, and we got to meet him, shake hands with him, and everything like that. I think he signed my stepdad's shirt, and we didn't want to like blow his spot up, so just let him go, and we left the mall. But it was really cool. I think that's the only time I've ever met a celebrity person of any, anything, anything outside of their comfort zone, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm. Damn. Dude, that's cool. Especially, man, I don't even know what I'd say if I ever met Trish Stratus. I'd be like, poster was hanging in my room as a teenager, and as an adult, I'd still hang it in my room if I could. Like, still, it's just as fine as she did, like, the day of, goddamn.
Listen, her and Lita, I think, are probably the two that have aged really well. You almost can't tell a difference from then to now. I mean, you can, but not as bad as other people that have left the business.
Ooh, yeah, so true. Who isn't aging very well is Sunny. And I think it's probably because she probably doesn't get enough sun where she's at.
Oh, wait, isn't that the one that killed her boyfriend or her husband?
She's the one. She's the one in jail. I think she had a DUI, and I believes she killed somebody.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like her spouse that she had killed.
I don't know, man. She could be in jail for a lot of things.
Yeah, true.
All I know is like there's a few people who should be in jail that aren't. Vince McMahon. But yeah, that's tremendous. I really wonder if they're gonna do a season 2 of that Vince documentary on Netflix, because there was so much more still going on after that documentary came out. It's like, oh dude, like they didn't even cover the part where he was shitting on people.
I would guarantee that that's probably in production right now, if not post-production. It was really shocking to see who said what when they said it, and the amount of information they were able to provide, dates, times, the stuff that was said or took place. Like, it was shocking, and I can't believe that he even had a second run, and a second attempt at running after he was initially fired. That was shocking to me.
Yeah, he's like our Tiger King,
Oof.
Like when that documentary came out, it was so popular, and people were like just telling me about it. I'm like, yes, I know. Yes, I know. I have a show, a wrestling show. Yes, I know. I'm gonna watch. I've watched it twice already. Thank you. I've covered a whole episode on it. Thank you. And I'm just like, yeah, it's like our Tiger King. Like,
are you sure? But did you see this part? Yes, I did. Yes.
That's why, like, we got the Discord, because when the podcast did start out, everybody would be blowing up my phone or something about, hey, did you see this or that? I'm like, yes, I did. Yeah, yes, I did. If it's wrestling related, I've seen it or heard it. Like, don't. And that, one friend, bless her heart, Brooke Hogney, listener of the show, she always sends me wrestling stuff right away, and I'm like, oh yeah, I've already heard that. She's like, damn. I'm like, yeah, you know how many outlets I'm subscribed to, and like how many notifications I get throughout the day about just the boringest shit. Right now, the news that's hot in the wrestling world is this. I'm not even reading into it because I don't really give a fuck. It's this Nikki Bella and Wade Barrett drama, and I'm not.
What?
Yeah, something about Wade Barrett said something during her match at Clash at Paris, and I don't know what it was. I don't really care. All I know is Wade Barrett got taken off of commentary, so now it's going to be Corey Graves and Michael Cole on Raw and SmackDown.
That I did hear. That Wade was out. I don't know. Did he get relegated to delegated down to NXT, or is he like off altogether?
He might go down to NXT. I'm not sure. It seems like they treat NXT as the punishment because Corey Graves got mouthy about something and he got put down in NXT for a while.
Yeah. Well, if that's the case on the wrestling news, I got one for you. It was about Ryback, and it was pointed out that Goldberg had made a WWE return, AJ Lee had made a WWE return, and not too long after AJ made her return, Ryback tweeted, "Feed me more at WWE," and not too long after took the tweet down.
Ryback. Oh, God. I don't think I need to see him back in the company.
You and many others, my friend.
No. No, thank you. I don't think he'll ever come back to the company. I'm good.
That was pretty much the official consensus as far as comments go on what I read.
No. If that's a rumor, that's just stay a rumor. Stay a rumor.
Nah. Somebody said he's like the Timu Goldberg, which I died for like 5 minutes. I was rolling on the floor laughing.
Timu, yeah, they were pushing him for a little bit to be like the Goldberg, the new Goldberg, and just they failed that miserably when I forget who finally put him down. I don't know if it was
Shield and CM Punk.
Yeah, was it that?
I believe it was, yeah, something, because I know Ryback had the championship and then gave it up to Punk and kept having these matches to try and get it back, but the Shield would interfere. And then just, I think it's not too long after that, Ryback was just gone.
I really hope he don't ever come back.
I can hear the face and the hands of the whole situation just thinking about it.
I know, and the big eye rolling. To be honest, like the WWE roster is so fucking large right now. Any idea of wrestlers coming to the company, I'm like, I'm hearing rumors of Jericho's contract is up, I believe, at the end of the year. There's rumors about him coming back to WWE to retire, possibly. I agree.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. That's where he winds down. But I'm just like, where the fuck are you gonna fit in? Like Crown Jewel. Have your last match at Crown Jewel. Thanks, Jericho. Like, roster's fucking stacked, man. Raw,
where
SmackDown,
and how can we fit you in to do your goodbyes?
Hey, dude, like I was very surprised that we're able to fit a retirement match with Cena in there. Retirement tour match, and we got Rusev on the last card. I was surprised he was even able to get on the card. There's just, I don't know. We only had like 5 or 6 matches last pay-per-view, and when you really look at the numbers, that's not a lot of people. That's like maybe 20 people on the whole card. And there's so many people in that goddamn roster.
Even if you're trying to tell like other stories in the background, like the vignettes or whatever they call them, the cutaways and everything, like, yeah, it's still like you're adding another 6-8 people at most. So like, how many more can you really do?
Yeah, I know. The amount of pay-per-views a year has just gone up so much because it just seems like we never get a break, even for PCW. It's like every time we turn around, it's like, bam, PLE, bam, PLE, bam, SummerSlam, 2 nights. The fuck? What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, that one I was surprised about that one. I think if anything, it was probably inevitable. Given that like it's what their second quote unquote WrestleMania of the season, the unspoken WrestleMania, if you will. At least I think that's how it was like pushed for a few years there, and then they just kind of dropped it. But yeah, like it's just one after another, and nothing like what they used to do. Like you had New Year's Revolution, New Year's Resolution or something like that. You had Vengeance Day. Um, you know, TLC was a standalone pay-per-view for a while, like, but you don't have those anymore. It's just new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
What else I want to ask you? Yeah. So how much like during the week do you like? Because this is a big controversy. I say with like every couple weeks it seems like we're having to switch apps to have to watch Raw or SmackDown or PLEs or NXT or TNA now. But like what are you able to catch during the week?
So every Monday religiously Raw.
Right.
And I have the Hulu that I can I just got that so I can get into the SmackDown. Yes, it was driven by the whole AJ Lee, CM Punk and Vision storyline.
Nice.
But I have that now, so with that I can start dipping more into NXT. NXT lost me when they did that rebrand, where they were doing like the color splash theme and everything. So to try and get back into that and see what new material they have as far as characters, storylines, who's getting ready to come up in the business, that would be interesting to see again. For a while there, I want to say prior to 2023, late 2023, I was into AEW. What was that? Every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Unfortunately, that's fallen by the wayside. I catch what I can on highlights or on reels, but yeah, SmackDown and Raw. That's my church every Monday and Friday.
Yeah, wrestling church. That's true, man. I literally just try to get it where I can, and if I can't catch like an episode, I have like a bunch of YouTube pages I follow that give me highlight reels. But yeah, I think I try to stay up late. I mean, you and me both, we gotta be up early, and those guys always want to extend Raw longer and longer. It drives me nuts. I heard a rumor
Even
that they're
SmackDown for a while there, running the 3-hour time format. I was surprised about after they initially went over.
Yeah, I mean,
but
honestly, we don't need the 3-hour format. I wish we had 2 hours. It's just all ads, dude. It's ads, long ass entrances. That's what eats up all the time. I mean, there was a time where Hulu would cut down an episode of Raw or was it SmackDown? Yeah, they cut down an episode of SmackDown or something like that down to like an hour and 20 minutes, and it just cuts out all the bullshit.
My goodness.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, even like now when I have to review, I go back and I review a PLE before I watch it again for the second or third time before the episode we're gonna record, and I'm just fast forwarding through fucking ads all the time. It's like, holy shit. Like, did the opening, it's very rare that they start anything immediately. It's just, Michael Cole has a lot of shit to say. But
the ads were very heavy on Friday, I feel. Yeah, they were pretty lengthy. And I can't remember who it was that commented on it, but as far as like what was seen live to what you saw on TV, there was like 3 segments total on TV, and then like the rest of it was just commercials, and it was ridiculous.
Sorry. Raw, like, it blows my mind how many ads we have now, like in the middle of the ring. Just like 6, 7 ads. The ring posts have ads. The Prime Station, the aprons, like, it's fucking ridiculous. But when I tune in to SmackDown, nope, none. There's none, dude. The ring is clean. It's pure. I love it. It is.
I did not catch that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's very subtle that you don't realize it. I don't know. For me, it's like, oh shit, that's right. There's no fucking ads, which kind of, some people forget that. Is I guess we're kind of overlooking the ads. We're trying to become numb to it. That like when you go to somewhere where there's SmackDown, we don't have any. Another place, PLE, that we didn't have any this year was the Saudi. When we go over to Saudi Arabia, there's no ads, no Prime station.
Cool.
You know what? There might have been a Prime station, but there was no other ads though. For sure that ring was pure.
There was a Prime station because I believe there was a Prime station.
Yeah, I believe so,
I'm
too.
sorry.
Or hydration.
I'm thinking it's
station.
SummerSlam.
But fucking Slim Jim tables. We got Slim Jim tables now.
I saw a comment on a post as to the effect. Somebody was trying to blame it on Triple H, and unfortunately that man is catching a lot of heat for stuff that he doesn't have control of, and I think that's one of them. Like, dude, he just creates storylines and helps the action unfold. What does he have to do with, who's stamping their name on the center of the ring?
It's all about the money. Yes, it is, sir.
Money, money, money. That's Shane O'Mac. Oh boy.
Yeah, I think our next PLE is WrestlePalooza. What
Correct.
the fuck, dude? Like, I never thought I'd be saying those words. A WrestlePalooza? Oy. They're gonna try to make this as big as WrestleMania, I heard.
For basic television, that'd be interesting.
No, this is for ESPN, I believe.
I thought this was like on one of their extra ESPN channels.
No, I believe this is for the first ESPN PLE. It's crazy how quickly they were to get off Peacock as soon as they were like, well, we met our quota. We can leave early. It's like, I know we're contracted till next year, but we're gonna leave a little early. You're cool, right? You guys can keep NXT though. You guys can do the NXT PLEs, but we're gonna leave. We're gonna go over to ESPN. Fuck, man,
Sayonara.
That fucked us because like I was not prepared to have to get ESPN Plus now. I was like, okay, this is next year. I got plenty of time to figure this shit out. But nope.
Right.
They fucked us, man.
It was surprising to see. Now, I don't know if it was just specifically for Netflix or if it was for, like you said, the other stations that are carrying different events. But something to the effect of Stephanie McMahon speaking out in favor of VPNs and, being able to expand. Yeah, being able to expand what you can see at, wherever it's taking place. And then it significantly cuts down on the cost of what you're paying to watch that event.
Damn. Yeah, you remember the WWE app? $9.99? $9.99.
Oh my goodness.
There's even a fucking song for it. $9.99.
I think they had like every wrestler in the advertisements for it, pushing it.
Oh, $9.99. Bring it back. Just like, bring that back. Bring back the $5 footlong. Like, damn, man.
Amen.
Oh god, simpler times.
Preach.
Bring it back to bring SmackDown back to Antenna. It was free on UPN. It's free,
Yeah.
man. Fuck. I have a dream, man. I'm gonna and like one day we're gonna have everything on one app all over again. Everything's just gonna be one fucking app.
Centralized.
Maybe
Easy to access.
you know what? It'll be when Disney fucking buys WWE and it's all on. Disney has all of it.
No, please don't.
Yeah, dude.
No, because then you just revert right back to the PG-13 era.
Oh yeah, dude. It would go hard. It would go hard back to that. I was thinking about it. I was like, at one point before they got business with TKO, I was like, man, wouldn't it be fucking bananas if like Disney bought them? Like they have the money. It'd be crazy. Like that'd be crazy shit.
And that's Disney's market too, is investing in something that the interest is there, the viewership is there, and the merchandise sales are there. And like you said, WW is right up their alley. But I mean, I don't know. I think they probably know that they would lose so many viewers doing that.
Maybe.
That
I don't know,
it's
man.
not an investment for them.
Maybe. I mean, maybe so, maybe not. I mean, having like I've always said the one thing that WWE should do in the United States, they have some over in Saudis, but they need to have a physical Hall of Fame. Physical Hall of Fame, man. I want to be able to be like, oh shit, dude, like, I don't know, in Florida, like where they did NXT, like there's a Hall of Fame like down the road. Like we can go. Right. And you pay, I don't care, it's like $10 to get in, 15, whatever, bro. Go in there, there's boots, from Andre the Giant. There's, like a boa from Hulk Hogan from like WrestleMania 6. I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know. Like, there's so much you could have. Like, they have warehouses just full of crap. I've seen YouTube videos.
They could have easily done that with Titan Towers. Instead of selling it off, they could have just, okay, let's take out all the office space, open it up, and set up booths for different decades, different wrestlers, different factions, whatever. Because you have so many floors and so much space to do it. And I thought that was the initial idea when they started doing Most Wanted Treasures.
Yeah.
Was to do something like that. Yeah. And then, it just never turned into anything other than them just wanting to hoard. I don't know. I can't say that.
No, that is like they hoard, dude. It's in warehouses just fucking sitting there. When I feel like a lot of that shit could be on display somewhere at like a Hall of Fame, whether it's a traveling Hall of Fame even, like they set up at one of the conventions. They probably do. But it's not enough, man. Like I would love the idea knowing that somewhere is a physical Hall of Fame that I can pack up a road trip with me and a bunch of my PCW peeps, and we can drive out to the Hall of Fame.
Right, kind of like a Madame Tussauds wax museum. You have different locations. Maybe you do the same characters but different iterations at each location.
Oh, like what was that? Ripley's, believe it or not. Like there's one in Ocean City.
Yep.
And I bet there's one in Wildwood. Like, oh hell yeah.
I was at the one in Wildwood. That one was pretty sick.
Yeah,
that was
there
pretty
was
cool.
One in Ocean City I was at last week.
Was that the one with the giant shark moving through it?
Yeah. Good old.
That was pretty. That was the one that I was in. Yeah.
Yep. Man, well, dude, like I appreciate you, being here for an hour, chatting me up about some wrestling. Got to know a little bit more about you and some of your history, who your favorite wrestler is, and got to know about some merch you got, some interesting wrestling stories. You're gonna pursue maybe going to another event when it comes nearby. Yeah, I think that's great.
I really appreciate it. Like I said, listening to you and the other guys' podcast, I feel like a novice, but I want to expand and get out there and see some stuff in real life, and as you guys close in on 100 episodes, I just want to say congratulations, man. Without the dedication from you and everybody else putting in the time and the attention to detail, it wouldn't have been possible. So to you, sir, congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much, man. Yeah, and I'd love to have you back on. So now that the peeps here listen and get to know you a little bit better, we're more comfortable with you. So when we hear that music hit, they know exactly who the fuck it is. Yeah, dude, and like in the Discord, like if people want to contact you and chat you up in the Discord, what's your handle in there?
Welder for life, WLDR 4 life.
Cool. All right. Cool, man. So yeah, if you want to chat up with Tyler, I know he's been new to the Discord. People have been like, who the fuck is this guy? I always like it when we get more people in the Discord. It's always nice. It keeps the conversations going. I know a lot of people are like, I know some old people who listen to the show, older people like, I don't know what a Discord is. Like, let me show you. But if you can download,
let me teach you something old.
Yeah. If you can download and get the link from one of us to the Discord, then you can also find out when we're recording, if you want to be on the show, you want to be interviewed. But, yeah, all that shit, man. Yeah, dude, let's get the hell out of here. You and me got to get up early tomorrow. We got to work.
Yeah, you ain't kidding, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, here, I'm going to play us off. Here we go.
Go fuck yourself! You are the world's dumbest son of a bitch!
The fact that day in and day out, for almost 6 years, I have proved to everybody in the world that I am the best on this microphone, in that ring, even at commentary. Nobody can touch me.
You are not ready for Oscar!
Because the Street Profits are up and we want the smoke! You're next! Talk about your songs, talk about John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says I just whipped your ass. Well, let me tell you something, brother. New day!
Cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah, Macho Madness here.
Welcome to the Kevin Owens Show. Lately, he just hasn't been very oozy. Because I'm the Miz, and I'm awesome!
Those rotten bastards!
Bye-bye, bitch.